Diolch. Those whose jobs depend on the port of Holyhead will pay the price if changing trading patterns lead to a loss of a lot of trade permanently shifting to direct passage. Whilst December stockpiling may be a part of the reasons for what's happened, the pandemic also, the elephant on that near empty vehicle deck is the huge increase in trade on those direct routes. I think trade through Rosslare is up some 500%. Now, yes, it's longer, but there's no bureaucracy going that way. And whilst the Holyhead route has traditionally been cheaper as well as being more convenient, it doesn't take a genius to work out what a big increase in direct traffic is likely to mean for prices on those direct routes either. Now, I'm grateful for being copied into that letter that's been mentioned from the Economy Minister to UK Government, calling for support, both financial and otherwise, to deal with those significant new non-tariff barriers. But will the Minister update us on how Welsh Government can assist further now, including through establishing the kind of long-term border infrastructure we need to help trade flow freely, and which UK Government failed to deliver?
Well, what we are doing is very practical, really, in terms of working with the other two governments and bringing those together. We've been absolutely at the forefront, really, of discussions both with the UK government and the Irish government, as I mentioned earlier, but also with local authorities, including his own and port stakeholders, in relation to these matters, to make sure that we have, the latest intelligence of what is happening as far as possible in real time to freight. What we have seen some action on some of the issues that we've been highlighting, including some of the short-term easements, effectively, which the Irish government have put in place in relation to the pre-boarding notification procedures. And as I mentioned in passing earlier, some of those kind of very practical things around webinars and so on. In relation to the infrastructure that he speaks about, the Welsh Government's new responsibilities effectively start from the beginning of July, both in Holyhead and in the southwest. But we are working with HMRC and the UK government to identify the best locations nearest as possible to the port for that infrastructure to be placed. We want it to be as near as possible to the port for reasons which I think are obvious. And there's a small number of options for us which we're now honing in on. What I would say to him, though, is that it's almost impossible to imagine circumstances where that could be delivered now by the 1st of July, given the time we lost last year in UK government properly engaging us. So we are now pressing the UK government for an understanding of what contingency measures can be put in place so that Holyhead and other ports in Wales, and indeed across the UK, are able to do this in an orderly fashion, given the time we lost last year.